7 reasons why the Witch Queen is the best expansion in Destiny history. Alright, here we go. Number 1, we get to choose between a classic and a legend mode. Number 2, it's got more dynamic enemies and hive guardians to make fights more engaging. Number 3, a very bougie location. Number 4, a satisfying boss fight. Number 5, characters that are in no way annoying.
The name's Rich. Honor to meet you.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die! He's so fluffy!
Number 6, weapon crafting and glaives are brought into the game. And number 7, it's not the best expansion in Destiny history. The Taken King, released back in Destiny 1, was the expansion that stole hundreds of hours of my life, and I didn't think Bungie would ever make a better DLC. However, when the Forsaken campaign rolled in, it blew me away, brought me back into the game, and showed off what Bungie could really do, both in gameplay and in story. The story felt like it had some actual weight and consequence behind it, with the death of a beloved character by the way. I never expected Bungie to actually kill off one of their major characters, and I think it set a new tone for the franchise.
How's your sister?
This is not to say that the Witch Queen, or even Beyond Light, did not live up to my expectations, or to the level of Forsaken, but the campaign of the Witch Queen, while good, didn't feel like it had any consequences by the time we were done. The whole premise of the Witch Queen was for us to defeat the leader of the Hive, Savathun, a character we had heard about for years, and the ending just felt a little anticlimactic. Mostly setting up for the next threat, the Witness. Not to say it wasn't cool to see the Witness, but it felt like it took away from our victory against Savathun and diminished her importance and the importance of the story arc. Kind of like when we froze Aramis in the block of ice in Beyond Light, only to find out that she escaped a year later.
Or so they would have you believe.
Now to transition to what I actually liked about the expansion. For the first time ever, we got to choose between a classic and a legend mode for the campaign, and this allows casual players to enjoy the story, while allowing more invested players to be challenged and rewarded for it. And being honest, legend mode was actually quite challenging, but that might just be because I came back from a 6-month break and was severely underleveled and underprepared. Holy balls, okay. I guess that's just the price you pay to touch some grass. Savathun's throne world might just be one of my favourite locations in Destiny 2 so far, even though I'm sure that will change soon. The location looks different to what we are used to seeing in Destiny. Being in a lush kingdom is a nice change of pace from the destroyed buildings and ruined monuments of a post-apocalyptic world. However, I would appreciate 1 or 2 more fast travel points on the map, because running around everywhere is a pain. Love this game. One thing that makes the location more alive are the enemies we find within. Not to say that Hive and Scorn are interesting, but Hive Guardians are a great addition, and shitty little bitchy little fucking infused moths do make combat more interesting. These new enemy types make patrolling go from this to this, and that's a win in my book. When it comes to weapon crafting, I think this might be one of my favourite implementations in a while, probably since the armor reworks. Even though there's no way for returning players to grind with 350 odd mods in the game, Bungie. Being able to grind out specific perks and even enhance them to target grind the perfect guns is amazing. I remember spending hours grinding Dead Orbit packages back in D1 for a god roll hung Jerry scout rifle, and I can see this experience being much more enjoyable with weapon crafting. The Witch Queen also brought us a new weapon archetype, the glaive. The glaive is definitely one of the more interesting weapons in the game, acting as both a melee and a ranged weapon. This makes the weapon extremely fun to use. As for its place in the current meta though, it can definitely be fun for low level content or even legend lost sectors and some nightfalls, but I don't see myself using it in master or grandmaster content, especially with builds focusing more on ability spamming. All this to say, Witch Queen good, well done Bungie, much faith for Lightfall.
Whatever that giant sword was, it's taunting us. It must know what we're after.
Dude, I fucking hate this game.